I hear so many people when they're starting their online business, they're afraid to actually charge what they're worth. And the main reason is because of imposter syndrome, feeling like either someone else is already way more like established, they already have so much social proof, and there's so many people already doing exactly what it is that you're doing, or you just kind of discount your own skills and abilities. And what that ends up leading to is it causes you to be stuck in a life that you don't truly want to live. One where you're always watching from the sidelines. You're always getting ready to get ready. And I believe that all of us, we have a special kind of like calling or gift that's inside of us that the Creator put in us when we first came into this existence, into this life. And we have a duty to unlock that gift, unlock that potential. And the enemy, if you will, the enemy that lives in our mind, its whole sole purpose is to talk you out of it, to show you your fears, show you your insecurities, show you where you feel that you are coming up short, so that you hold all that greatness, all that power inside of yourself. I did this for so many years. There was a time where I was stuck in a toxic relationship. I 100% was constantly in a state of depression. I covered up and ran away from those feelings so I didn't have to feel them. I would play video games, or I'd drink, or believe it or not, I'd smoke weed. You know, this was after I got out of the military, out of the Marines. But what ended up happening is one day I came to a point where enough was enough. Enough was enough. And I realized that time waits for no one. And the reality is that we humans, this identity that we call ourselves, is actually not real. It can either be a prison for us, one that gives us certain boundaries that we can never go out of. This is this invisible fence or bars around your true potential. Or your identity can be something that unlocks new levels for you. But the choice is yours. The mechanism that you have, that same thing that's telling you right now, hey, look at all these reasons why you aren't good enough, why you couldn't be successful, why now is not the right time. That same mechanism can search for things that confirms the opposite. That confirms that you are ready. That confirms that there is no perfect time to start. That if you start now, that the universe, God, situations will conspire together to allow you to live the life of your dreams. Right now, I'm in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I would have never dreamed that I could, see the places that I've seen. I could impact the lives that I've impacted. And it all started with stepping out on faith. I gave away everything that I owned back in 2016, following like this crazy vision that I had. And I started traveling around the world and just loving on people, and found that my purpose in life is to empower people who empower people, to reach inside of you who has this calling on their life, and pull out that greatness and cause you to get into action. That's my calling. That's my purpose. That's my mission for my life. And one of the things that I would want you to realize is that we humans, like I was saying with identity, we only behave and make decisions based on what we imagine to be true about ourselves and our environment. So think about it right now. The things that you're doing, the places that you're going, the people that you associate with, are all because you have a certain paradigm, you have a certain belief system about who you are and what you can do and where you belong. And because you have those beliefs and you start acting in accordance with those beliefs, that's going to give you the results that you've been getting. That's going to keep giving you the same type of results because it keeps you self-consistent. Sigmund Freud, a psychologist or psychiatrist from the 1900s, very influential, said that the strongest driving force in the human psyche is to stay self-consistent with your own image, your own self-image. So if you see yourself as a loser, you see yourself as a failure, you see yourself as not good enough, even if the situations line up, even if all the stuff was there in place for you to be successful, because of the way you see yourself, the way you imagine yourself, you will sabotage opportunities that could have taken you somewhere else because your brain literally wants to keep you safe. Your brain literally wants to keep you safe. So how can you combat this? Well, there's a few things. Number one is realizing that your identity, your character, who you think you are, is actually elastic. It's malleable, it's stretchable. You can change at any moment. You can decide, this is the character of who I think I am, who I see myself, and truly who I think and see that and imagine what other people see me as. But if those things, those rules that you have for yourself are not in accordance with who you would like to be, the life you would like to live, then you can decide to change. I made a decision that even though my brain and my emotions were screaming to me that it's ridiculous, like if you're going to go out and try to help people live their best lives, you know how many other people are doing that? You know, you have Tony Robbins, you have all these other super influential people, all these people who are seemingly more talented. Like, why would anybody care about what you have to say? And what I've experienced is stepping out is that there is a tribe for you. Somebody, just being you, somebody is going to resonate with you and your personality and the way your backstory and the way you present yourself and carry yourself. And you don't need 1 million followers to be successful and to impact the world and complete your mission. You just need to find those people who are for you. Who are for you. And what I want to do is I actually have some people over here in the side. So what I want to do is I actually have some training that's called RAS training. And what it's going to do is it's going to allow you to completely identify this current character that you are and that you've been living as. And it's going to map out and we're going to identify exactly who it is that you want to be. And then we're going to see what's in that gap. And we're going to put in this system, this framework to hijack the same system, your human psychology. Instead of going against the grain and trying to use discipline and willpower, what we're going to do is use what's already there, the momentum of the human mind, to end up making the changes very organically, very easily. It goes along with your human nature. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to link below here, or actually, if you want the training, either check in the descriptions or I want you to comment below this video, wherever you may be watching this, and say, I'm ready for a change. And what I'll do is I'll get you access to that free training, and it's going to set you up with the right mental tools, the right emotional tools in order to make the changes. Because if you change your paradigm, you change your mind, you change your life, you change your world, you change your reality. So hopefully you found this video helpful, and go ahead and subscribe, like me, follow me, check me out on Instagram as well, depending on where you're actually watching this video. And I'll see you soon.